Hello. How you guys doing? A little YDBT Daily coming at you. I wasn't on Monday or Tuesday because Monday I'm usually not on because I gave you guys, not only did I give you guys a peasant chat on Sunday, I gave you guys a video. And then what did I do Monday? I dropped another video. Yes, those videos that take me 2 days to make and it makes a whopping $10. And you guys want more of that. Could you imagine getting on a live stream 4 to 5 times a week for an hour and a half each live stream on this channel? And then some guys have the nerve and balls to say, I don't like those videos. I prefer you make 10-minute videos so that I can get my information and I don't have to sit there for a whole hour and listen to you talk. That's fine. So you prefer I make no money. You prefer I am a broke motherfucker, do it for the cause, do it for just you, and have a 2-day produced video that gets 4,000 fucking views and 200 likes and 30 downvotes because you want videos and not live streams. Yeah, no thank you. I'm going to do live streams because that's where the money is. So because I did those two videos, I just want to show you how the algorithm works, right? So because I did those two videos, it dropped $1,000 for my projected income per month. So let's say if I make 10,000 a month, it dropped it 1,000. How is that possible, Alex? Views, minutes watched, because if my average minutes, well, you get paid per minute, guys. So if your average minutes watched are 20, and then you release two 20-minute videos, and you guys watch on average 10 minutes, that drops your income. So live streams are the way this channel makes money, and that's what's probably going to happen going forward. And I'll sprinkle in those videos once in a while, but I'm not going to make you guys like want more of those videos, but you don't understand. I do triple the work and make an eighth of the money with those. So I want to talk a little bit about the track rental that we had yesterday at Lund Racing. I will tell you my schedule. So kind of give you a little peek into my life, how I had to make the track rental work in my own head. And I'll let you guys know how all of that shit went. But I'm going to go ahead and say hi to the people here. Beefcake Racing's in the house. By the way, I want to thank Beefcake Racing for doing something super solid. I'll talk to you guys about that. Don't let me forget it. Again, remind me to talk about Beefcake. Desert 1320 in the house. Ken Abernathy, Mr. Single Turbo. I think he's a single turbo guy. The name sounds familiar. Edgar Sanchez, AJ Narcisse. Tongue Punch My Fart Pipe, a High Roller, Dustin Engler, Matt 2011 GT, JD Swag, Paul H, Dustin Engler, Clip Clop the Horse, Ezekiel Palacios, Gallo Bravo, Boss Nova 3, Anthony, Jared Wells, New Edge Coyote, Sam Bowie, Sanic, Gotta Go Fast, 508 Josh, Rowdy, Eliza's, Anthony, Denzel, Coca-Cola with the Gen 3 junk. My shit blows up. Biden voters drive 2010 Mustang GTs. You're 100% right. And you know that you can suck your dick all the way to the top. Kamala Harris proves that. So I'm going to talk to a little bit about the track rental. I said hi to the people here. So yesterday, Lund Racing decided to go do a track rental. Now, track rentals are funny. We do it all out, like, you know, the food, the preparation and everything. And Senior wanted to bring the Grey Goose out. He just has a new motor, new converter, new everything, which, you know, last season it did very well. But this year we decided to just change a couple of things. And of course, this is why you test. I brought the GT500 up because when else am I going to have that good of weather, that good of track prep, and at night? Like, when do you see night track rentals ever? Shout out to Bradenton Motorsports Park. My God, Wade Rich, met him for the first time. Talked to him real quick. Just good dude, nice guy, normal, total fucking bro. You know, no weirdness, no nothing, not being, dude, just the best you could hope for. Just a solid dude. We fed the dude too. He was like, hey, you want to come down and eat? Because we had a whole tortilla fucking buffet shit. And he was like, God damn, you guys do it big. And I'm like, what? Other track rentals aren't like this? And he's like, nope. So it was really nice to meet him and his crew. Nice people, nice guys. The track was on point. No issues with the track. Fucking awesome. And Dakota brought his Boss 302 out there to fuck around. And, you know, the thing about rentals is they either go killer or they go terribly. And this one went, to me, in my opinion, on my end, terribly. First, let's talk about the GT500, right? So the GT500 has a turbo 400. I don't know if they call it a turbo 400 trans, right? They don't call it turbo 400, right? They call it a 400 trans. Cone converter, reed case, Billy Badass supposedly, close ratio, yada, 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 yada. So I go out there after spending a good chunk of change on alternator. I had to really invest into fixing the intercooler system, alternator, and transmission leak that it had for a long time. Ever since I got that car, it's had this transmission leak that I couldn't diagnose. Finally, Mikey took care of it, but I'm telling you, many track events, much lost money, tons of time at Texas 2K, sucking dick, just not running the number. The car went 8-1 once with me in it while it was owned by the previous owner. And once it got into my hands, it just never ran that number. It just problem after problem after problem, but I stuck with it, right? So I take it to the track thinking I got everything licked. I got everything fixed. Trans is good. This is that. I changed the plugs. I showed you guys video of prepping my shit for it. Boom, 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 boom. So I get out there and I make the first pass. And I got two videos I want to show you guys. The 2 passes that I made. And hopefully this will give you a kind of a rundown of what ended up happening. So this was the first pass. And again, this was at around 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock in the afternoon. We had one side prepped, drag radial prep, fucking awesome. Again, shout out to the guys over at Bradenton Motorsports Park. So again, 2-step set at 3,500 RPM. Sorry, 3,600 RPM. Yeah, and then listen closely to the end of the run. Like listen really closely. Let me fast forward to this shit. Again. You're supposed to hear 3 shifts, 3 distinct, 2 shifts, second and third. But listen to this. So the car went 857, 150. That fucking sucks. That's literally 0.5 slower and over 20 miles an hour slower than it went back when it was Maple Grove. But listen again to the end of it. Listen again to the end of it. The tone of the exhaust changes. Listen closely. Right there. When it bears down. So what is that? That is timing. So the car's IATs went from 90 to 210. Remember we talked about a certain YouTuber that had 210 IATs? His shit blew up. Why didn't mine blow up? All right? Why didn't mine blow up? It's all good. Why? Because that sound you hear is low timing. Again, that sound you hear is the IAT retard working, removing timing, removing power as seen by the 150 mile an hour track. So this run sucks. It didn't feel good and didn't feel fast. I was very, very disappointed with that run. So we checked and we stuffed the sucker with ice, and we went back out there later at night. We went back out there and we made another pass, and this was the best pass of the whole night for this car. We fixed the IAT issue. We just had to stuff it with ice. The pump was cavitating. And also we replaced the belt because we're like, okay, maybe the belt's slipping, but after looking at the data log, everything looked kosher. So I'm like, all right, maybe it's the belt slip. So we went back out there, did another hit at night. Beautiful, beautiful track. Timing was good. So 848, 160. That sucks. Guys, that for this car, it is an insane, insane disappointment. The amount of money, effort. Okay, now. People go, what's the big deal, Alex? What's the big deal? Let's talk about what needs to happen for me to make a rental, okay? I live in West Palm Beach. The rental was in Bradenton. I did not want to travel during the day. Why? Because I don't want the customers to have to wait for their fucking tunes. So what do? I get up at 3 in the morning. 3 in the morning. I drive 4 hours to Lund Racing HQ, work most of the day till 3:30. Then we take off to the track and do our thing. I leave the track at about 10:45, and then get back home because I don't want to miss fucking work because you guys are psycho. And I get back here at about 2 in the morning. That is a 23-hour day. So imagine all the work, all the prep, all that. Just get up there and you're like, this car's not doing what it does. It's just not doing what it does. It did cut a 123 60 foot, so it does what it does out of the hole. But down the track, it just sucks all the dick. So after looking at data logs look phenomenal. The things we're not logging are converter slip, line pressure. We can't log that on a 400 trans. So I talked to Keith Ray, talked a little bit about that. He goes, dude, just do me a favor, send me the trans. We'll go through it. I own 3 of these transmissions. I know everything about them. My buddy knows a shitload about cone converters. So we'll see if there's anything restricting the converter from coupling. So that's what I'm going to do. The next step is, first of all, do a compression check. Do a compression check. Can't you work remotely easily? What the fuck? Is A Wheeler on crack? Is A Wheeler on fucking crack? Do you think I have 1 or 2 tunes a day? I have 50, 60. Working remotely is a huge undertaking. You have to stop what you're doing, and for 8 hours, you're in the system. You do not leave it. You don't go up and take a shit. You don't drink coffee. You're in the system hardcore. Why? Because you guys love to, you think it's an instant messenger. Oh, Alex sent me an email. I got to reply. No, you sent me another email. Let me reply. No. The only time I should see a reply is when you have an issue or a data log you want me to look at. But you guys want to chit chat all fucking day. Fine. I'll do it. And then you guys get mad when I don't reply after like 45 minutes. And I think that's a byproduct of our success. But anyway, back on the bullshit. So I talked to Keith. I'm going to do a compression check on the GT500. After changing the belt, it saw 27 PSI, 2.9 air load, 22 degrees of time. This thing was, everything checked out. So I'm like, it's not the fucking motor. The motor's not hurt. It's got to be the trans. Either the converter's not coupling enough, or it just sounds like perpetual slip all the way down the track. So I'm going to take it out and send it to Keith because I don't trust anyone with that trans unless they fucked with that trans before. So I'm going to just send it to Keith and say, hey, man, go through it. That car is not going to go to ModNats. No way. Why? The amount of money that's probably going to cost me to rebuild that trans is not going to be cheap. Time, I have to pull the trans myself because I don't want to rely on anybody else. I'm done relying on anyone else. So I'm going to just park it, take the trans out myself, ship it myself so that it is here and the trans is sent to Keith and then they can do what they do and we'll see what it costs. Is the Fairmont going to go to ModNats? I don't know. Now I have to take that fucking thing out of mothballs, go to the track and see what it runs with a 2625 pulley. If it doesn't run a goddamn thing at 2625 pulley, fuck ModNats. Fuck ModNats in the ass. I don't need to go to ModNats at all. That's just because Lund Racing's going to be at ModNats. I go, but if I don't bring a car, I don't need to go to ModNats. I'll just stay my ass home and work because I do not need to go to ModNats if I'm not bringing a car. It's just not worth it to me. I don't really want to have customers in my face. No offense. I'd rather just stay home with the dog and chill the fuck out, watch baseball, anything, or football, whatever's on. I'd rather not go to ModNats and freeze my ass off and watch a bunch of gay GT500s go down the track and fail safe. No, thank you. So yeah, that's what happened. Now on seniors' end of things, I think we had a wastegate shut. Like one wastegate for some reason just doesn't move and it just stays shut. So they're diagnosing that issue. They ran a couple of low 8, mid 7-second passes yesterday. Nothing to light the world on fire, but they're going to reassess, see why that wastegate got stuck closed. And then there's a converter issue that they're going to try to figure out. But they got some good data. I got some good data, which means something's wrong, which means the car is going to be down for a month or two. So which means you won't see the GT500 anywhere because I am just shelling out money for that car. That car has been the worst quote unquote investment ever. And it's just kind of telling me like, dude, this is the last try, right? I'm going to take the trans, send it, get it fixed. If it doesn't come back and run the number I think it should run, she's got to go. She's got to go out of my life. I do not need that car in my life. No, thank you. What happened to the trans? Juan, did you not fucking hear what I'm saying? So I'll say hi to the people here. Some of the paid questions, get right to it. 508 Josh gave me $20 for no reason. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. How about that 1,000 horsepower, 632 pump gas, big block crate engine from GM? Don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Dropping by and drop a like, some channel support. My gauge is in my glove box. My N gauge is in my glove box. That's where it should be. At the end of the day, you and the rest of the Lund team are greatly appreciated. No, we're not. No, we are not. And that is the truth. No fucking, maybe by 2 guys, but the vast majority of you guys think you're owed stuff. You are owed. I am owed this. I am a paying customer. And I'm telling you, the amount of, you ever get so tired from driving that your eyelids hurt? That your eyelids hurt? Like when you close your eyes, you're like, they hurt. That was me yesterday and this morning. And I'm sure I'll crash today at like 8 o'clock after I'm done with the shows because I am beat. I'm literally working on like 3 hours of sleep. So not a good time. Thank you, sir, for consistently reminding me I cannot responsibly afford to modify my vehicle. Guys, racing is not a money-making proposition. Understand that. You will never make money racing. Ever. Never, ever, ever make money racing. You will always lose money racing. I know this. I bought that car thinking it was a turnkey low 8-second car. Everything but. It's everything but. It's just been a money pit. Sometimes you lose on purchases, and I am losing everything on this fucking car. Miami Supercar Rooms has an event booked for an electric Cobra coming up in November. Don't care. I guess one of the Shelby guys jinxed the car. Stop the bleeding, bitch. Look, all I'm going to do is, this is the last thing, the trans. And if the trans and compression check, I think will come back fine because the log looked really good. But if the trans come back and Keith's like, oh no, trans looked mint, Alex. Oh, it looks mint? No issues? Okay, send that shit back. Charge me. I'll put it in for sale. Bye-bye. Get it out of my life. Hey, Alex, sent you an email Friday about funny moments who I edited together. Hope you like it. I Unfortunately, it wasn't anything different than we saw before. I appreciate the effort. It was a lot of effort, but it wasn't something that I don't think I want to put on the channel. It just wasn't something that made it go, oh, okay, this is awesome. It was kind of a similar vibe like what I'm doing on a daily basis, and I'm like, I don't want to put that out there. Why? If I put that out there, the algorithm goes down. If I put an 11-minute video up that people watch 2 minutes of, algorithmically, bye-bye, there goes my money. What converter are you running? Cone converter, Jeff Betts. It's a $5,000 bolt together billet dump converter. That 500 shouldn't have looked as an investment. It's not a stock collector. No, you're wrong, Chase M. You're wrong. You can look at that car as an investment. You could definitely look at that car as an investment because what are cars going for right now? If you buy a GT, Gen 2 for $21,000, how much could you sell that GT right now for? How much you can't look at that as an investment? And again, I wasn't looking to make double my money, but I wasn't looking to lose money. But yeah, trust me, I am losing my shirt on this car. Here's something for that sauce tune I need. Thank you very much. Alex, I ended my Boss 12302 search. Ended up driving a Ford or BMW that has the B58 supermotor, and I 100% understand why you loved your Genesis. The nice, comfy ride was too good to pass up. To buy an S197 is to buy a high-end Fox body, right? You don't buy a Boss 302 because you want. What are you eating, buddy? What are you eating? This is okay. You don't buy a Boss 302 because you want a comfy ride. You buy a Boss 302 because of notoriety, because it says Boss 302, and it's a rare car. But if you want a comfy ride, you don't buy an S197 like at all. Trevor Girlfriend says, "Sup, I'm a little late." Oh, okay. We were all waiting for you, Trevor. We were all waiting for you. No worries, man. Totally understand. Says Slow 99. Yeah, I love you, and I really appreciate the effort. But when I looked at it, I went, it's not nothing that I would say it's amazing. It's good, but it's basically highlights of this show, and it wasn't really standing out. No worries, man. Totally understand. 25,000 easy. I sold my 2020 exactly. So I sold my 2020 Shelby used 1-year-old for $13,000 over what I paid for it. See? The market is weird right now. So if that GT500 that I drive on the street is registered and insured goes $790, how much can I ask for a 7-second, 8,000-mile 14 GT500? Tell me, how much do you think I could sell a 8,000-mile, 7-second GT500 you can drive on the street? Gonna drop a like and then watch on my way home. Have a good day. Says a bagged Tacoma. That's the problem with drag racing. Half the time you spend prepping, run one pass, and it blows up or something breaks. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm less and less liking that kind of racing. I'd rather do street shit, hoon shit, half mile shit, not drag racing specifically. Is Lund going to get tuning into the 7.3s and the Super Duty? Not just no, fuck no. You mean you wouldn't daily a Cobra? Second shift racing. If you were to build a sleeper, what would you do? I already did. It's got the Fairmont. The Fairmont. I already built it. It's done. Someone said $70K, $75,000 or $100,000. Exactly. You can ask. There is a 7 in front of that number. A 7. You can ask for $70,000 for a 7-second, 8,000 mile, 14 GT500. Easily. I sold my 13 nitrous car and 19 Whipple car for $30,000 in my pocket profit. Beefcake, I agree. It's all about what car. By the way, I want to give a shout out to Beefcake Racing. I already gave a shout out to Wade Rich because he just did a killer track prep, did a great time. Nice guy, met him. Beefcake Racing in the background has been actually really helping a brother out. He got in touch with some people to, help a brother out in terms of parts. I didn't ask him to do any of this shit. He just did it on his own. He was talking that I always mention 4 innovations. Jake doesn't understand I do a show every day. I'm blown away that Jake from Power by the Hour doesn't know that I do a show every fucking day. Unreal. And he calls me. I'm not gonna talk. So he talked to Justin at 4 Innovations and he said, hey, let me know what Alex needs if I can help him out. I'd love to help him out. And I really appreciate that, Beefcake. I really appreciate that, you went out of your way because the F-150 eventually is going to go E85 and stay on E85 once it goes turbo. I think I'll have the truck at Jake's shop maybe in 2 weeks. Then we'll start on the turbo kit on that. So you'll see some Mama Lona content. And he talked to Justin at 4 Innovations. He's like, man, Alex is always mentioning your shit. And he don't ask for nothing. And I don't because that's weird. But I appreciate Beefcake reaching out. Justin from 4 Innovations also mentioning that, hey, we'd like to help him out if he's interested in using our products. And absolutely, I would really appreciate that. So thank you, Mr. Terry Beefcake Reeves. I appreciate that. You're a real one. Is that 6.8 V8 gonna ever happen? Who cares? That's mainly due to the inflation. Almost everything has went up through, like my truck could damn near walk away from it, what I paid for. Exactly, Chase M. Hence the investment. Damn, why they hate on it? What, the 7.3? Because do we tune 6.2 F350s? Do we tune V10 Triton motorhome engines? No. There is no money in it. There is no huge market. There's a bigger market in V6 Mustang Cyclone tunes than there is a 7.3 shit-ass Super Duty fucking engine. Shut up. Get out of here with that bullshit. SPO Specials help a brother out. Yes, from Poor Man Podcast. Probably sell that car in the $70,000 to $80,000 range. Exactly. Look, if I can get that car to go, if that car goes 790s and I get 70 for it, I haven't made a dime. I have not made a dime because the amount of money I've put into it is ridiculous this year. That car has needed the most attention out of all my cars. That motherfucker has needed the most attention. Sell high, buy high. If you sell the 500, would you pick up another car or just ride out? Ride out. I'm not buying another car. What I would do is sell the GT500, sell the red car, and then see if I can get into a backdraft Cobra. Having more than one race car is insane to me, but a lot of YouTubers do that. Selim, without my cars, I don't make this income. Right? If I can bring you a car, a Coyote Swap content, that's the Fairmont. Gen 3 content, the 19 manual. Gen 2 auto content, the S550. Race car content, the GT500. Mama Lona content, the truck. Every vehicle has measurable income. And the moment one of them starts to drop off, that's the one I consider selling. Red car, GT500 have to go. Can I use a firm to finance GT500? I don't care what you use. As long as I get a check, you're good to go. Dropping a like and I'll watch later tonight. What twin turbo kit would you recommend for a 10 or 80? Well, Aldo kits, Aldo kits, Manuel's kits from Midnight Performance. That's probably about it. In terms of recommending, I've tuned Hellion kits that are fine. I've tuned On 3 kits that suck, but after they put them on 3 times, it seems to work out. Armageddon, I've tuned a couple. It doesn't tune that much differently, guys. It's just there's no magic. Now, other kits have more back pressure than other kits. So if you see like a twin turbo kit that has stock manifolds, mid-mount, you're going to probably start to see back pressure issues. And I've seen a lot of twin turbo kits have back pressure issues. And Rami Zaidan had a back pressure issue with a Hellion kit. But I'll be honest, I had an Hellion kit with stock manifolds, and immediately he must have had weakened springs and had valve flow at about 5,800 RPMs, like 6 PSI. He's like, what the fuck? I'm like, dude, it's valve flow. So he's remedying that issue with some shorty headers, valve springs, a couple other things just to remedy the issue and see if it gets rid of the valve flow. But it did have full exhaust, so that also can contribute to back pressure. What could I get for a 2020 base GT with 3,000 miles? Can I run mid-9s? What could I get for a 2020 base GT with 3,000 miles that can run mid-9s? Why, 35 to 40, maybe 45. Jake just wants to make sure the family's okay. He's actually one of the few people that actually call to see how I'm doing. Desert1320 says, truck, Fairmont, and GT in that order of importance to the channel. No. Fairmont, GT, truck, GT 500, 19. That's how it goes. Ahmed gave me $20. Thank you very much. And Bam Bam Slow gave me $20. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. Yet I have no idea how you don't have more subs with all the variety of this channel. Yet you got dude out here blowing motors that never getting a single pass on the track, getting all the views. And why do you think that is? And again, I'm not hating on them. People like to see fuck ups. Jackass. Did you watch Jackass, the movie, and go, I can't wait to see that again? I remember when they were on MTV, I'm like, these guys are fucking morons. I'm not watching this stupid shit. And I didn't. I watched it in passing, but I didn't watch every single show. Did you guys ever watch Ridiculousness with that douchebag skater and his black friend? I didn't, because I didn't care to see people fuck up and see some stoner bro. Dude, talk about bro. It's America's Funniest Home Videos with a fucking stoner skater dude. I was like, oh. But you guys watched, right? It was a very popular show. That's the same reason people watch people blow shit up. People watch other people break shit. People watch, people jump off the Grand Canyon, because you want to see people fuck up all the time. And I get it. Look, in the future, if you guys ever watch the movie Idiocracy, I think it's a great movie. The most popular show is called Ow My Balls, where a guy literally does nothing all episode long but have his nuts fucked up in different ways. And the most popular movie that won all the Academy Awards and Best Screenplay was called Ass. And it was just an ass on screen farting for 2.5 hours. That's where, that guy was a fucking, he saw the future, dude. Mike Judge saw the future. I get it. I just picked up my new 22 F250, so was looking into tuning and wanted to double check. We don't tune it. I mean, come on, man. Come on. F350, you know what you do with that thing? You drive it. Oh, yeah, you sick fucker. We don't care about that. We don't care about the... look, the Godzilla, we're going to start caring about it when Ford Racing has a control pack that is easily tunable, and we will then give a fuck about it because we can make money on it. You know what I mean? Like, we don't sit there and go... oh, let's be cool and be the first to tune. No. Make it rain mode, Matt 211 GT. Alex, at 2100 to 2300 RPM in top gear, I'm feeling a little stutter. Do you know what that could be? Good? I have no idea. Tony, his car at 21 to 2300 stutters. What do you think about that? Speaking to the mic. He says the car stutters at 2300. What do you think about that? Right? Yeah, I don't. Me neither. What could it be? Valve flow? Do you think it's valve flow, or do you think he has Do you think he has valve flow, or is it coasting fuel shut off? Is it coasting fuel shut off? I think the car just sucks. I don't know. He said he's got a thing. It started at 2,300 RPM. Do you know what that is? I'm like, no. No idea. Do you know what it is, Alex? I'm like, I don't know. What does excessive amount of back pressure look and sound like? Hellion kit here. Don't think it's an issue. Just curious what to look out for. So at high RPM, it'll sound like it's hitting limiter. They go like it sounds like it's hitting like a soft limiter. Tony wanted that attention. Clip Clop the Horse. Gordon Kemmerling, you have sleeper kit with Helling turbo headers. Those do very well as far as back pressure. The top mount, not as good, and with stock headers are worse. There you go. And Beefcake knows this because he sells the kits. He diagnoses the issues, and he probably has fixes. I'm sure he can say, hey, look, we recommend this and this and this. This is why I tell people, don't go to a parts house that just shoves parts in your face. There's a lot of places that go, oh, here's this kit, and just put it on, and Lund Racing will tune it. Lund Racing will tune it. Ask the tuner what he wants. Ask the tuner what pulley size. And Beefcake goes, no. 1050X injectors, 4 Innovations fuel system, this, and this, and Lund is going to love you. Right? I don't know why he's being an asshole. What's a good and safe power on boosted Gen 2? Pump gas only, 650. Anything above 650, now I'd say a very general power number. Hey, so I say 650. Why? Because on manuals, 650 seems to be just right. Anything above that, 11 PSI or so, it tends to have like knock sensors kind of not like more than 17 degrees of timing. So I say 10 PSI. 10 PSI on a Paxton, 10 PSI on a Whipple, 10 PSI on a TVS, 10 PSI on most things. Pump gas is going to be close to the 650 range, in my opinion. So that's where I would kind of stick to in terms of pump gas numbers on any generation. GT350s seem to make about, close to 700 on 10 PSI on pump gas, which I think is a little high, but they just seem to do it without much trouble. Add on 3 and you'll have all the back pressure. What's a good and safe power on a... Already got that. Love Tony. Someone loves... Yeah, Tony's a good pup, man. He's good to just hang out. He just came back from being boarded, so I have to kind of teach him a couple new things, or, like remind him like, yo, we don't do that shit here. So I'm in the middle of all that. How's the F-150 kit with having stock manifolds and cats? No issue. You saw Jake's kit made 1,000 on 20 PSI. Could we have made more? Sure. Should we have made more? Fuck no. If you make 1,000 on the dyno, you're done. Walk away and just use that setting only when you need to use that setting. When the hell do you ever use 1,000 on the street on an F-150? Never. Jake has been out there going on 12 PSI, beating Corvettes, beating Hellcats. He's like, Alex, I'm beating Hellcats on 12 PSI. So I don't even need 20. Mike Rasovic became a member. Totin level. Thank you, sir. Poor boy says, what's good? Alex, wife has a 2019 F-150 V8. Motor sounds like a sewing machine. What's a good fix for it? I figure a loud exhaust. Yeah. My F-150 has that phaser issue that when you let off the gas, it goes brrr. So you're driving, you let off the gas, it goes brrr. And I'm like, I know what that is. I don't care. I am not going to fucking change it. I only ask because I hear YouTubers say 700, 750, and I'm like, on pump gas? They're wrong. They're wrong. YouTubers don't tune cars for a living. I tune today new tunes, at least 15 or 16 new tunes. Revisions, 40 or 50 today. So who has a better sampling size? YouTubers, they get their information from their tuners. Hell, half of the people on forums, half of the people on pages, half of the people on Facebook, Instagram get their information from their tuner. Why? Because the tuner has a huge sampling size. We do this all day, every day, different combinations, so we can tell you generally what's going to happen. Now, the mistake you guys are making is this. What pulley is going to make 12.5 PSI on a Kenny Bell 2.8? I don't fucking know. Call Kenny Bell. Alex, how much boost will a 3.625 with a 10.5%, at 3,000, 3,000 altitude is going to make on a Gen 3? I don't know. Call Whipple. That's what you guys need to start doing. If you want to know power boost sizes, you call the manufacturer. You don't call the tuner. Alex, I'm buying a Pro Charger. I'm buying a Pro Charger Stage 2 P1X tuner with the injector dynamics and 50Xs, boosted pump, fuel booster. I'm on 19 with 93. What do you think of my first boosted car? It's a Pro Charger. I don't know what you want me to tell you. Hey, Alex, I'm at 867 wheel on my Paxton S197. What power level would you push rods and pistons with sleeve supports on a Gen 5 Whipple? Looking to possibly swap blower. 900, 950. Like, I don't mind making 900, 950 if you have sleeves. Oh, sleeve support. So just a rod and piston motor. basically a illuminator. What you're building is basically an illuminator. An illuminator rates their shit at 1,000 horsepower, but I think that's measuring your dick behind your asshole. So I believe that you can make 900 to 950 pretty easy. Ugh, this is nasty. Ugh, I'll wash my hands. Gross. Shout out to 661 in Cuban for the West Coast. Grudge beef they post keeps us on the East Coast. Keeps us entertained on the East Coast. Oh, this got in the water, I think. Ugh. There. Why Cuban so slow? Says sick in my head. 5-0 Shirley. See, Shirley's talking that shit now because he's looking to play around over there. But I'm telling you, 5-0 Shirley, to get to Cuban's level, you got a lot of work to do. No offense. I know what his car runs. I've seen Draghies. I got the data logs. You're going to have a tough time with that car. You're going to have a really, really, really tough time with that car if you're looking to fuck around. When you're racing the Hell Kitty at 661 Racing, got that. Wouldn't it blow up is my main question. I guess what I'm asking, because it's pump gas, no octane adder, or whatever it's called. I don't even know your question, dude. See, that's the thing. Like, if I have to go back and find his initial question, here we go. No. 650. He says 750. Fuck what YouTubers say. Fuck what you can call me a YouTuber all you want. I tune for a living. That's what I do every fucking day. And if I tell you 650 on pump gas is as much as I would be comfortable, and you don't like that answer, so you'll go to another YouTuber and he'll verify what you're thinking. You're going to go with his thoughts. And then when you chuck a rod, you're going to go, what happened? Case in point, I had a Vortec V3 3.6 pulley. 3.6 pulley on pump gas. Car made it made 700 on 10 PSI. It was just a happy car. Blew a ringland. So I'm a good example. At 3.6 pulley, a 10 to 11 PSI pulley, made close to 700 wheel on pump gas, blew a ringland. So if you want to risk it, bro, hey, have at it. Go for it. I'd rather stay at 650 in my opinion. Hey Alex, oh, here we go. Coyote 666. Hey Alex, what else would I need after I order the twin turbo kit because slicks probably in a half drive shaft? Can I stay on pump gas and still make good power until I go 85? Hey Alex, would I need after I order the twin turbo kit besides slicks, probably and a half and drive shaft? Can I stay on pump gas and stuff? Guys, clip that, please. Clip that. That might be a candidate for the comment of the day. I don't know what the fuck he's trying to say. So the back pressure issues are far more than restriction in manifold. It's going to be a restriction in the turbo housing, and Jake's doesn't have that problem. He doesn't have that problem. Not only his doesn't have that problem, his turbo is way downstream, close to the rear tire. And it is a huge inlet. So, and he's got a T6 housing. So I don't know of any back pressure issues with that kit. If it made, hey, cut the shit. Cut the shit, buddy. Cut the shit. I don't know if he made 1,000 on 20 PSI. 1,000 on 20 PSI. You see, you're a little firm with the motherfucker. They cut the shit. If you go, no, he's okay. He's going to be. You got to be a little fucking firm with these motherfuckers. Alex, do you think GTRs are better than Mustangs? Absolutely. Are you insane? Come on, man. You think I'm stupid? Now, if you want to go sevens for cheap money, Mustangs are where it's at. If you want technology in a badass car, GTR is where it's at. Does back pressure taste like pennies? It tastes like jelly beans. Where are the jelly beans?
Ah, this smells like jelly beans.
Oh, fuck yeah. Jesus. Just coming through to give a like. By the way, the replay on the way to work tomorrow. Okay, I'll go watch the replay on the way to work. Got it. Just JD Swag, make sure you clip that shit because I was like, I don't know what the fuck he's trying to tell me. Is a CJ worth it on my Gen 1? My boys have the same exact mods except the manifold. One has an 18 ported and the other one has a CJ, and the 18 still gaps him. Do they sit the same? Do they sit the same? Do they both weigh the exact same weight? Do they both have the exact same gear ratio? Do they both get tuned by the same guy? Do they both have good driving ability? You can't compare that way. What's your email address so I can send the clip? No, we're good. No. YDBT for life at Gmail. What clip? Like, what clip are you talking about with SVT? Usually, ydbt for life at gmail.com. Sorry. JD Swag's got it. he's been pretty good at that shit. So at gmail.com. There we go. There's an email. Alex, who's Shirley? He's from Cali. He wants some action. Yeah, I think he used to be a Paxton guy or a nitrous guy. I think he was a Paxton guy. Had some engine issues. Coming back, and I think he's gonna go twin turbo. I don't know if he's a Cali guy, but I know that Matt 760 and him know each other one way or another. So who knows? But yeah, I mean, I don't think he's ready yet because I don't think he's ready for the turbo shit yet. I don't think. Look, again, I think 50 Shirley has a lot of work to do to be at 661 Racing's level and Cuban's level. I think street racing, I think, is funny. I think you should have to work your way up through the ranks. I don't think you can just go after the boss really quickly. Like, I don't think in street racing you can just challenge the fastest motherfucker out there because one, he's going to want a lot of money. He's probably been through it all. He's probably vetted his combo. He probably knows all the streets, all the shit. You can't just shoot all the way to the top. And if I was the king daddy of my hood in street racingville, I wouldn't want to race some nobody because they're going to make a name off you if you spin, if you no. Earn. I think you should earn a shot. I'm one of these weirdos that I think you got to play in the minor leagues before you go to the major leagues. So if anyone is looking to challenge Cuban and 661, I think you're going to pick. I'm not saying they're the bosses, but I'm saying they're pretty quick cars. They're really quick cars. So I think you should kind of work your way up to them, and then beyond them, then you have the Orange 240, all the Fox bodies in that area that are super fucking fast. A couple of Gen 2s, couple of trucks. So I don't think people should just shoot to the top right away. And if I was the top guy, I wouldn't just race some nobody. I'd have to race somebody that has some equal clout and money, skin in the game, even though I don't race for money. But if I was in that scene, I think that's how I would do it. Shirley's the one that gave Jay's his first L. Don't know who that is. If you don't bring a car to Modnats, would you make a pass in a 9-second Grand Sport stick car? No. I don't want to. No, I don't want to do anything. If I don't bring a car to Modnats, I'm not coming to Modnats. I will stay home, work on my cars, go to the gym, go to the beach, have a nice day. I don't yearn to go to Modnats to watch. I did that one year. It was the most boring fucking time I've ever had. Watching racing is boring as fuck, unless it's like FL2K. And I wouldn't go to FL2K again just to watch. I'd go to compete. BFK says, FYI, would love to see some truck at Mod Nats. We are sponsoring the truck class. Maybe Jake will come. Jake will never race that truck. Jake's one of those guys that he's happy fucking around on the street. He does not ever want to compete with that truck. He's raced a lot most of his life, and he knows the game. He goes, Alex, if I start breaking parts, I will stop racing. I don't want to fucking go out there and break shit and fix it and break shit. When he was doing that, guys, you got to understand Jake, right? When he was out there racing, breaking things every weekend, fixing them and going back racing again, he was broke. He was broke. Once he stopped doing that and concentrated on his business, he did really, really, really well. So now he's going, okay, let me build a truck, but it's just to fuck around on the street at like 800 wheel. I don't care about racing anyone else. I'm like, hey, there you go. Now, I don't think my truck's going to get done by Mod Nats. No fucking way. No fucking way. Does back pressure taste like pain? He's got that. Yes, I'm in SoCal. 661 we'll get it soon. Waiting on Aldo. He shipped the rest of the twin turbo kit this week. Oh, it was a twin turbo Aldo kit. I thought it was a Hellion for whatever reason, but no, that's gonna be a badass kit. He's gonna have some. It's gonna have some competition. It'll be fun to see Lund tuned cars racing each other. I have no dog in this fight. I just want everyone to be happy with their car. That's my main goal. I want everyone to be happy with their car. Go out there racing and have fun. Because sure as hell, I'm not. I'm not doing shit. That's what sucks about tuning and working in this industry. Your personal cars take a back seat to everyone else's. It's kind of sucks. Okay, let's try this again. And if I order a twin turbo kit, what else would I need besides a pair of slicks? I don't even think you need slicks. Half shafts or drive shaft? What can I stay on pump gas and still make good power out until I go 85? If you go twin turbo, you're gonna need a converter. In my opinion, you need a converter because you want to spool up that kit. You need a trans brake and a two-step. You need half shafts. You need drive shaft, and you need some good drag radials and good suspension, like really good suspension. Steeda, just go to Steeda, get all the Steeda shit. You'll be a happy guy. Sounds good. My car is just sitting. Got a Hellcat to run, so no rush. Got it. Everyone's out there getting it. Doesn't Jake's wife have that Cobra that went to FL2K? Yes, and that blew a ringland. I'd love to mention, why, but it blew a ringland. Fucking manly rods, manly pistons, badass stuff. Blew a ringland, poked a hole in the fucking side of the piston, and Jake's like, oh, I don't want to do this. But, it's his wife's car, so he's like, fuck it, let me just get after it and do stuff. But you could tell that he's like, I'm starting to get that feeling again of working on cars, and it sucks. I'd rather just... He has so much fun in his truck. He hasn't touched it. He complains about the short shifting, and I'm like, Jake, just fucking drive the truck. Just drive the truck. You don't need optimal shifting on a truck that you don't really care about. That's the thing I tell Jake. I go, Jake, you're complaining about the shifting when you don't really care about the shifting of the truck? Or the performance? If you're going to go out there racing, I'll dial in the shifts. If you're not going to go out there racing, who gives a fuck about the shifts? 5-Bar Motorsports in the house says, what's good, Alex? No. What's good? Thanks for the great content, says Joe Flores. I've learned so much watching your videos. Very educational. Thank you, sir. Did you guys see Mikey's compound in the last video I put out there? Mikey's Chamberlain Motorsports. The dude's working on LS 70.5 Novas. He's working on airboats. He's working on my shit. He's working on Jeremiah Camp shit. He is probably one of the better techs and fab shops in the West Palm area that I trust. Wrapping up my Hellion twin turbo kit on my Fortune GT, I want to learn how to read data logs and how to tune. What software device do you recommend? I have SET Livewire and PBD Tune can change. If you want a data log, you have to download SET Live Link Gen 2. Okay, SET Live Link Gen 2, and I have many data logging tutorials on my videos. If you go to my videos and just type in data logging on my page or SET or anything like that, you'll see a lot of videos pop up that at least give you a general way of navigating Live Link Gen 2. Just don't watch it on an Excel spreadsheet. It's just going to be a fucking nightmare. He's been asking for a race for a while now. Okay, they're talking about someone else. Is a Nissan better than a Ford? Generally, yes. Yeah, pretty much. Aren't slicks the same as radios? No. What? You're not being serious, right? Coyote 666. Are you a young guy? I'm trying not to like roast you, but are you a young guy? If you're a young guy, I would understand why you would say that. I understand why you would say, are drag radios the same as slicks? No, they're not. They're definitely not. But before I go into it, I want to know how old you are, because I don't want to go in there going on some shit when you're probably just not know, and I don't want you to get a bad impression of the channel if I'm here roasting you when you're genuinely trying to learn something. Chase M says that kid's doing it. Mikey is 23, 24 years old, has a 4 or 5 acre pad, 2 lifts outside, badass house with a pool. You saw his spread. It was badass. And that kid is doing it. How many of y'all 23, 24 years old got shit like that? Now, don't get me wrong. Some things fell his way and it was favorable, but he capitalized on it. And that's good for him. I don't hate on the dude at all. In your opinion, is it easier to get a manual centrifugal S550 to hook up over a manual TVS S550? I'm dealing with a daily driven occasional drag race Gen 3. No, I think it's easier to get a TVS to hook than a centrifugal. Centrifugal, you got to give it RPM. And the problem with RPM is clutch slip. Whereas a TVS, I could almost launch at 4,000 and slip the clutch, and the thing's going to have so much torque down low that it's easier to launch. Alex's data log how-to videos are the best anywhere. Thank you, Boosted37. I try to educate people, even though it's very general and generic. I think that's the best way to do it, because if I give you engineering style blackboard or whiteboard stuff, you're going to be bored to tears. At least that video gives you a very general way of seeing things. And at least once you get knowing Edwin Martinez, Chris Murillo, who else? it has graduated watching log. A bunch of other people, they just go, no, that's all good. I got it. It's just a little I'm going to check the plugs and every trims are good, blah, blah, blah. Those guys graduated. You don't have to do a goddamn thing. What's your opinion on the 2022 GT being rated at 450 horsepower? It's a fucking resonator. Just take the resonator out and there's your 10 horsepower again. It's not a big deal. I think it's a resonator or an exhaust issue. 10R80s act up. 10R80 Life. First rule of 10R80 Life is we don't talk about problems. Exactly. 10R80s are awful in terms of drivability. They just act up. I was towing the GT500 4 hours to Bradenton on the highway. I was in 7th gear and I was just going up a slight hill and the trans went to first gear for no fucking reason. And what tune was in it, Alex? The stock tune. That's right. I reverted back to stock so I can tow on the flex tune, so I can have E85 and a mix of pump gas. It went 71517. And I'm going 80 miles an hour going, we'll see what's going to happen. Luckily, it didn't explode, but it did that. And I'm like, fuck 10R80s for drivability. More money in Texas. You've seen Tulare. Okay, they're talking some dumb shit. I've seen plenty of shootouts out there, and I'm good friends with Mike and Quaid. Don't know what they're talking about. Bakersfield is okay. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Second shift racing. There was a photo of a flipped ZR1 at the local PD posted. Sent it to you on IG. It's a teaching moment if you look at it. Aha. So I think I know where you're going with this, but let me see. I think I know where you're going with this because I saw the photo, and I thought the first thing I thought was I didn't think, oh, he shouldn't have had da 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 da. No, I saw something else. So a lot of people saw this photo on Instagram, and this is a Hoosier slick car, right? ZR1 supposedly, and it supposedly had an issue. Like it flipped over, shit got bad, whatever. Then I zoomed into something else that I think people don't realize is I can't download this photo. I think he had regular size front tires in the front. I get it. You're not supposed to have slicks on roads and it's a teaching moment, blah, 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 blah. All I saw was homeboy's got stock front tires. Stock wide front tires. So let me see if I could zoom in here. I think he has stock front tires and slicks in the back. Guys, what happens when you have a big fat tire in the front, radial, and a bias ply in the rear? What happens when you have a bias ply in the rear and a big fat radial in the front? You tell me. 50 Shirley says, I'm in SoCal. We'll get it soon. Waiting on Alex. Thoughts and opinions on the new 10R Stager box. Is it worth buying? I mean, I'd rather you wire in the trans brake. In my opinion, the wired in trans brake is best with relays. I'm not saying this 10R Stager is bad, but every single car that we tune that has a 3-relay trans brake wired in doesn't have issues. Another Florida YouTuber just got a Fox with a Coyote and a VMP blower. It's a turd, but they're fast turd. Of course, that's what they're meant to be, fast turds. Yep, 10R80, especially after 800 horsepower, they just don't shift in stock form. They're just weird. Oh yeah, 50 Shirley, if you want to make over 800 horsepower, take that transmission, send it to fucking Manuel now. If you're thinking you're going to turn up the wick and race people at about 790 to 800 horsepower, the transmissions go bye-bye. No, we're not shifting today. We're going to go what was that? That was the limiter, sir. We are not shifting today. BK says, 50 Shirley official release next Friday on the 10R Stager. We kind of jumped the gun on it today, but the 6R works. Well, the triple relay works well too. Again, guys, that's what Beefcake says. I say wire in the 3 relay. I get it. He sells parts. I don't. But I say wired in. I don't sell parts. But if he says it works, have at it, brother. It seems to drive around itself. Overcorrection and done. Exactly, Diego Flores. About a fat front tire with a bias ply in the rear. You lose control. Serpentine belts, loose rear. Exactly. My 10R80 is just trash since I daily it. Hey, Alex, would you rather have a twin turbo 350 or a C7 Z06? What year? Oh, C7? Nah. The only C7 I'd have is a ZR1. I don't care about the Z06 that much. I have a 3 relay on my Gen 1. It works great. Yeah, Gen 1. Of course it does. 3 relay trans brake work with second gear leave in a 10R. I don't know. Jeremiah Camp in the house. Never had an issue on the street or track with a bias ply. Always ran skinnies. Car just goes straight. Jeremiah Camp's car has Hoosier slicks, DOT Pros, so they're technically street slick, but he has front skinnies. I have front skinnies and Hoosier DOT Pros in my red car with an IRS. 0 issues, goes straight. Now, I won't go out there in the rain at all. Send the 10R80 to Manuel. Midnight Performance, says Javi Luna. Hit the like button, says Bam Bam Slow. Yup, you caught it. Will sway a lot and you'll end up overcorrecting. Thank you, because I knew what you were getting at. I wasn't going to say, well, it's because he's got a slick on the street. No, see, because he got a fat front tire with a slick in the back. The moment you see a car, guys, go to the track, and if you see it, or a street race, and if you see a guy with a slick in the back and a regular size front tire, get your phones out. He's going to crash. Get your phones out. He's going to crash. If you go to the track and a guy has a 20-inch fucking front tire on it, regular street 305, 35, 19, or 20, and a slick in the back, get your phone out. He's going to hit the wall. Guaranteed. Our highway tires are the same as mud tires. Don't know what he's talking about. Brian at Finish Line can build a 10R82. Mine has been strong for 16 months. 1300 wheel. Junior has it shifting great. We do modified drums, extra clutches, same as Midnight, just pre-built kit. There you go. There you go. There is no C7 ZR1. There is no C7 ZR1. There is no C7 ZR1. C7 ZR1. Someone said there is no C7 ZR1. Boy, that's fucking interesting. So what the fuck is this? Hey, what the fuck is this? Ah, looks like a fucking ZR1 to me, don't it? I don't know. Call me crazy. This looks like a motherfucking ZR1. There is no C7 ZR1. So the thing is, guys like that will go, Alex is so stupid. There's no such thing as a C7 ZR1. And what the fucking shit is this? Stupid. I love people. I love people that love to correct me and they don't know a goddamn thing. They're fucking stupid motherfuckers. And I'm gonna eat. They should eat my ass.
You can't touch me. You're not man enough. I eat your ass alive, bitch. Fuck you, you hoe. Come and say in my face. Fuck you, ass for everybody.
You tell him, Mike Tyson. Fucking guy. There's no such thing as a. Alex is so stupid, man. I'm gonna dislike his video. Fucking clown. Who's the genius that said there's no C7 ZR1? Let me see. Where's he at? Let me see. Where's he at? I'm gonna name him. Did he delete his comment? Oh, Ants Coyote. Ants 19 Coyote. Right there. There is no C7 ZR1. And he's not a member. He's probably like, fuck you, Alex. You fucking suck. C6 ZR1 is King Daddy. It is. C6 ZR1 is King Daddy for many reasons. Motor is fucking strong. But the auto for racing purposes and a non-driving motherfucker status, because rich guys can't drive. And they get an auto. And they're like, I'm just going to do this thing. Or they get a Calvo Viper because they're rich. And they go out there and they just go, I was talking, hey, Second Shift Racing, let me see if you're with me on this. And fans, I'm going to stay a little later because I didn't give you a show. I'll stay a little later. What do you guys think of the following idea? Make a stick shift class where you have to clutch in between gears. What do you guys think of a class where you absolutely have to clutch in between gears? Meaning no clutchless transmissions, no spark cut stuff that happens that you can just yank back on the handle. I know that's like the pro stuff. In my opinion, that's the pro Billy Badass stuff. But in my opinion, there should be a class where you absolutely have to clutch in between gears. Now, how do you verify that? Well, you make sure they run a certain clutch. They run a certain clutch. They can faceplate. They can this, that, whatever. But what if there was a stick shift class that was unlimited except for the fact that you have to clutch in between the shifts? Now, I'm sure stick shift guys are going, you're so fucking stupid. You're going to break so many parts. Right. But let's say you can have a black magic clutch. You can have whatever. But you do not have to shift. You do not have the ability to just shift without the clutch. I want that. That's cool. Like Coyote stock is like that, right? Coyote stock, most of the cars are stick. No, actually, forgive me. I think some of those do not use the clutch to shift in between the gears. I've actually heard some of those shifts be a little too fast in my opinion. And I go, wait a minute. Are they just releasing the clutch, doing a wheelie, and just yanking back and yanking forward? They're not actually clutching in. Now, you guys might think I'm stupid. I think there's talent there. And I think that's another variable. Look, people are out there doing hard tire racing, which I think is fucking gay, but they're doing it. No prep racing, they're doing it. So why not have a class that's stick shift, but you have to clutch in or you have to run a certain clutch? Let's say McLeod, right, or Mantic sponsors a class and says you have to run a Mantic 1000 in this class. And the transmissions are limited to TR6060s, T56s only. And you can delete 5th and 6th and do it whatever the fuck you want. But clutching in between the shifts is a must. I don't know how you verify that, but I think that would be just that extra layer of complication to even the playing field a little bit. I live in New York, and my cousin in Florida, he started saying that I'll take my tune, but no longer take my GT into Florida because he'll put the miles on his car sooner than we're talking about. Even the VQs, C6Z are all manual. Yes, C6ZR were all manual. Only C7 had an auto option, correct? How many Coyotes are there in the 7s that are unopened? I know of one twin turbo, one built by Midnight Performance, but I thought there was 2 more in the world. Unopened? I don't know. That's like a weird one because how do you verify that? Like, how do you verify that it's unopened? Meaning intake to oil pan and it hasn't been touched. How do you verify that? I don't know. I know many that have been 8s, but I don't know many that have been 7s. It's a strain gauge with a dog box. Separate the drivers from the riders. That's true, Anthony. That'd be badass to watch. I think it would bring me back to like Fun Ford Weekend stuff where there were stick shift like Renegade cars. And I was like, oof. Jab that clutch like a mofo. Jay Rubin says, Alex, the C701 did also come as a manual, and the LT5 has been known to be a stronger engine than the LS9. I know. But the autos are quicker, right? Like generally the autos are quicker everywhere with the TVS. It comes with a 2.6. You do a port, you do a throttle body upgrade, you do a pulley, you do 85. Thing's a monster. Glad you made a video at your friend's compound. I hope he starts a channel. I would like to see a daily chat like yours on LS base cars. He might be a good fit. He don't know much about LS. Mikey knows more about Coyotes. He just knows how to work on cars and fab. But when it comes to tuning and stuff, he doesn't know much about LSs. His friend does, though. Cody Cable. He does know a lot about LS stuff. BF Goodrich Jag Radial TA white letter only class. Holy shit. Alex, got Live Link Gen 2. As an amateur, what parameters should I view? Go to my video tutorial on how to data log. That'll tell you everything right there. LT5 is strongest GM motor to date. 900 plus cam and bolt-ons. It also comes in a manual. Badass. I didn't know that. Winner shows a data log that shows a clutch in. Boy, how do you do that? How do you verify he's clutching in between the shifts? Hey, Alex, going to make passes in my Luntune FBO 13D500 for the first time this weekend. Always run Shell 93, but should I splash some octane booster in it to guarantee octane for the race? Yes. Stock manual shifting for the win. I have a manual and could not buy an auto for a sports car. Autos are driving an Accord until you go, what? Got it. What do you think about a 6.4 Hemi? Are they good? I don't know much about the Hemis. I'll be honest with you. I don't know much about the Hemis, but I know the Hellcat motors are pretty stout. Obviously, the Red Eye motors, which I think it's similar, but I think what the change is the supercharger mostly. But I think they're pretty stout. And I've seen many make high 900s stock through stock exhaust even. DBR out of Tennessee, those guys are constantly telling me, dude, these things can make 1,000 on stock exhaust. I'm like, fuck. Yeah, but Coyote can make more on a sealed motor than a stock head cam manifold. It's only more common because it's cheap and small, found in junkyards. Got it. That Toyota truck that Mikey was building is some cool shit. The fab work. He had a vision, and I think he did a really good job making it come to fruition. Leslie, 6'4" Hemi is good for staying NA. If you want to boost it, it'll be expensive. Got it. Okay, so there you go. Alex, the guy asking about drag radials versus slicks is 18 years old. Thank you. Okay, so if I were you, kiddo, I would look up the difference between a bias ply tire and a radial. Look up bias ply versus radial tire. I'm sure there's going to be videos of what the construction means. In my opinion, a bias ply should go on a car that has a non-long arm style clutch, and the fuse will end up being the tire, basically, aka the coder's car. If you have big money and don't mind being under the car and adjusting like a motherfucker, you can get away with a drag radial and a long arm style clutch like a Black Magic or something alike. And then that'll be your fuse. But in my opinion, slick cars like, okay, a bias ply is like what you see on top fuel dragsters. Big, massive wrinkle wall slicks. Drag radials, if they're wrinkling, you want more air pressure, generally. Alex, you know I'm going to ask for a twin turbo Ghost Cam tune. You better not. I ain't giving you shit. Fuck that. I'll send a file, but I'm sure as hell not going to break my back trying to make it chop. Alex, can you beat a Charger RT in Stamp Champ? I don't know. I've never raced one. Hellcat Motors will hit 1,000 horsepower with the 85 pulleys and a tune reliably, says Sambo. Beefcake Race says I have a 6.4 Scat 635 on the 85, and that's at the end of the world. On pump, we're only 7 degrees of timing. That's going to get the exhaust really hot. They put a live camera feed on the drivers to verify their shifting. Nah, that's going to be weird. That's going to be weird. How do you verify? I mean, I know that NMRA has a fuel requirement, and you got to run their tune. I think there's like a controversy too with Gen 3 control packs, right? Isn't somebody in NMRA Coyote stock aware that the cars are fail-safing with like Ford Performance tunes, and Ford's just like, meh, and it's costing people some racing, while Gen 2 and Gen 1 are just doing what they do and just go down the fucking track? Interesting. A bicycle tire is the same as a motorcycle tire. How long does it take for a tune to be effective once loaded? Instantly, Frank Banker. Instantly. There's no waiting. The tune doesn't have to learn anything. It's just ready to go. DBR Performance is my neighbors. Help me with a few 03 Cobras. Good Christian folks. What does that mean? What if they were Muslim, but they were just as well equipped to work on cars, but their religion is different? Interesting choice of words there. I love fucking with people. Yes, sir. You are correct about Coyote stock. All running G101A. Gotta run, guys. See you later. Beefcake, thank you again for what you did with Justin 4. That was awesome. You didn't have to do that for me, but I really appreciate it. Currently available engines in cars under 80,000 that can make over 900 stock today is Ford Coyote, Hellcat engine, BMW S58. That's about it. Just have sealed transmission class. That's not a that's kind of right. Like a box style, like a Tremec, a TKO, or whatever the new version of that is. You are a psycho. You verify no strain gauge mounted on the shifter, but you know how people cheat. Wait until Mod Nats, and we'll see how many people complain if they actually enforce the rules or not. Certain classes don't allow inboard shocks. They have to be in the stock location. Watch motherfuckers complain and cry and stomp their feet until they're allowed in the class. Watch. So in Coyotes, in a stick shift class that you cannot use a strain gauge, you're going to have to bend some rules, and some guys are going to go, I'm going to put a strain gauge somewhere else, and it'll be a watt box and a weird spark cut, blah, blah. Look, guys, there's going to be some fuckery. So I don't know how you do it, but I think that'd be cool if they could do it. Keith Ray says Coyote stock is gay as fuck. You know what's gay as fuck, Keith Ray? Going for a ride in a car as opposed to actually shifting a car. I guarantee Keith Ray could not outshift me in any manual. Want to put a bet on it, bro? Keith Ray, want to put a bet on that shit? Hell, do you have an air shifter in your Turbo 400 car, Keith Ray? Keith Ray, you got an air shifter in your Turbo 400 car, you motherfucker? Does the computer shift for you in your... Look, it's a 450, 440 car. I get it. But does your computer shift for you, Keith Ray? Shh, stop it. Don't talk shit about the Coyote stock class. Aren't these settings in the watt box that you could change to force them to clutch and manually shift, turn off watt? Hey, that's a good one. That's a good one, right? Like a clutch switch, and then you have to use. If not, that bitch won't cut spark. Keith Ray says, I will take that bet. I'll take that bet, Keith Ray. Let your confidence reflect in your bet. Okay, Keith, give me a car that has a manual in it. Like, let's say a stock S550, a stock S197. I will fuck you up. I will make you believe that manuals are fucking fun. I will fuck you up. I'll put my GT500 on it. Will you put the outlet on it? Would you put outlet versus a GT500 that I can outshift your shit? I bet you won't. I bet you won't put that fucking car up. Grudge racer. Everyone likes the rules when they win. Everyone hates the rules when they lose. Facts. Should I put a tune in my Boss 302 or an actual clutch? I have a stock clutch at the moment. I would get a clutch. I don't think you need a tune right now, because if the clutch is stuck and locking you out after like 7,500 RPMs, then I don't think you're going to gain anything. I think the clutch with the stock tune is going to be fine. Sent the email, comment of the week. Thank you very much. Keith Ray, I came from the stick shift world. Holmes, okay. And you stopped. So if you came from the stick shift world and you're a Billy Badass, put the outlet up against the GT500. He won't. People think because I'm like Puerto Rican and I don't run NMRA and I don't run Fun Forward when it used to be around and that I can't fucking drive. Ask the people that's fucked with me. If I can drive or not. Hell, ask Senior. Damn, Loki want to see Grudge Racing Alex 100. I talk the most shit. See, the problem with Grudge Racers is their shit talking game is weak. Their shit talking game is so fucking weak. 50 on Alex says, Jeremiah, I can't see some of the sauce. And I'm talking not G101A shit. I'm talking clutching in shit. Dude, what is your problem? Keith Ray, you got to put the outlet up against the GT500 in terms of that's what we're putting up against it. And then we got to put like a neutral vehicle. He ain't about that life. He might be. I might have a badass outlet. Imagine me rolling up with that notch. I'd be street driving that motherfucker. I can outshift you in a DCT. Have you ever seen those Ferrari guys that have the paddle shifters and they're making it seem like the paddle shifting has to be a certain technique? Dude, what is your problem? I paid attention to you all fucking day. All day. Like all fucking day, dude. Oh, now you're calm. How come you ain't fucking nipping now, motherfucker? Oh, you're licking now. How come you ain't nipping, motherfucker? Punk. You're fucking punk. I can outshift you. What are you going to put up against my shit, motherfucker? Oh, man. Okay. Keith Ray, outlet is worth 3 times as much as that hoopty. Let your confidence dictate what your pocketbook puts up. Let your confidence dictate what your pocketbook puts up. If you got me covered, Keith Ray, then it should be an easy bet. Outlet against the GT500. If you got me in the bag, put outlet. Let's show you outlet. I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to be rolling in outlet. I'm going to show y'all outlet. I'm going to get them all riled up. Keith Ray likes to talk shit. But, I'm sorry. I'm at another level when it comes to talking shit. So let me see. Keith Ray. Guys, I'm going to show you my next car. Guys, by the way, I'm going to show you my next car. Here it is right here. You got me started. Okay, guys. So after I beat Keith, this is going to be my new ride, guys. 15 by 14, 275 stretched. So, yeah, put this up against the GT500. Money for money. And I don't know, we'll get a bitch ass S197 and we'll see what's up. and I'm heavier than you. I'm probably at least 20 pounds heavier than you. He's tall as fuck, but he's slim, so he's got a sweet little ass too. Keith likes it. This is actually getting interesting. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I love when they do that, and the paddles is like elegant. Timothy Fudge. Hey, Alex, the first time out at the track rental last night since the ESS, and I ran 10.6. Jesus, that's pretty good. And wheel hopped the 1.2 and a short shifted the 4.5. What tire do you recommend? ET Street R 305 4517, in my opinion. Damn, bring up the money. Don't even come close to Keith Carr. Bring the money up. Don't need to even come close to Keith Carr. I get it, D-Rock Fox, but he said the confidence should be reflected in what you're willing to put up. I'm willing to put up the most expensive vehicle I got. Sorry, it's the GT500. He could probably get 70 for that car, 75 if it runs a 7. That's not a lot of money, but it's a lot. It's a lot to me. And if he got me covered, Outlet can get the long bicho. The long bicho. Hell, you could even put an MGW shift in that motherfucker if you think it's gonna help you, man. Whatever you want, Keith. Whatever you want to put an MGW shift in that bit. Cause that's like a detriment to me. He's gonna be like, and then Keith is gonna be all confident and shit. And then when the moment hits, he's gonna think, "Fuck, what if he beats me?" And he's gonna look at Outlet and go, "This motherfucker's gonna ride that shit through the fucking hood. He's gonna go get elotes in Outlet. Hell, it runs on M1. He's gonna flood that bitch when he starts and wash out the rings." And I'm gonna call, "Hey Keith, Outlet, the rings are fucked up. Can I run this bitch on pump gas? Because I'm just going to go get ice cream in it to remind myself when I beat your ass with the stick shift challenge." Oh, fuck. Gonna need that third garage. Hey, I'm going to hit up. Hey, well, hold on. Excuse me. Yeah, the complex management. I need at least a third garage. What's going in there? $150,000 Fox body. Thank you very much. I love Keith. I can only talk shit to Keith. Timothy Fuss, what is your setup? Thanks. He's got an ESS supercharged 19 Gen 3 10R80 car. How about a new ZZ632 GM? This motherfucker, Fat Zippo, wants to talk about a mutton motor pump gas car, a pump gas engine. I don't talk about the Godzilla. You want me to talk about a GM performance engine? Stop. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. It's been an hour and 17 minutes. I don't know why the fuck I've been here so long. Second Shift Crazy says, "No, I broke an MGW." 5 Shirley says, "Damn, I want to see Grudge Racing Alex." I talk better shit than most. I've seen Grudge Racing, and the shit they talk is weak shit. They start saying stuff like, "Man, you got a baby dick." What? "Yeah, you got a baby dick, bro. You don't want some of this. How about you put all your money up? Put your money up, baby dick." It's like, okay, why are we referencing penises, weirdo? "I don't know. We're grudge racing, so this is part of the grudging." It's so stupid. Ultimate disrespect. Win the car, then blow the motor to pieces. Put a stick in it. Could you imagine I win Outlet and then I put a T5, a world class T5 behind that bitch and do a 2-3 with a with a King Cobra clutch? Whoop-a-pow! Keith is fucking losing his mind, ripping the last 3 red hairs out of his head. Fucking Puerto Rican fucking up Outlet. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I got to get to the gym. I got to get him outside because he's probably got to poop. You're going to poop or something. And I'm going to be on tomorrow anyway. So it's fun to talk shit with Keith. Thank you, Beefcake Racing. Thank you, Wade Rich. Rich Wade. Sorry, Wade Rich. Rich Wade? Is it Wade or Wade? Okay, is it Rich Wade or Wade? What is it? I'm terrible. I'm terrible with names. I'm sorry. Is it Wade Rich? Wade? Yeah, it's Wade Rich. Sorry, I apologize. I'm really, really bad with names. So I want to thank Wade. I want to thank Lund Racing for the rental. I want to thank Keith Ray for some of the advice I had today with talking about the 400 trans. Beefcake Racing, Justin at 4. Everyone involved, everyone that wanted to tune in. And now I'm going to be on tomorrow, get back on regularly scheduled programming. Hopefully I can get that trans situated sooner than later, but I don't think it's going to be a rush. I'll be fucking with the Fairmont. See if the Fairmont runs a number, then I could take it to Mod Nats. If it runs okay, if it doesn't, I'm just going to fucking chill the fuck out at home. I'm going to be on tomorrow, 5 o'clock, YDBT Daily, and I'll go on for a little longer because it seems to be a lot of fun. A lot of people on today. It was over like 350 people on at one time, 325 likes. That's what we like. High likes to view ratio seems to keep the algorithm going, and we can keep this shit going for a very